The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Well, hello, Melina.
Well, hello, Rod.
How are you today?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm pretty okay.
Excellent.
So, yesterday,
Yeah, big day.
it was the eclipse.
Yes, it was.
You watched it?
I did.
Did you
Survived.
Did you have the special glasses on?
Yeah, no. Yes.
Which is it?
Yes, we did.
Good. And did your kids watch?
Yeah.
Did they have special glasses on?
No, we just let them stare at the sun.
That's probably
It was
right.
part of their punishment.
Yeah, just for being kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But no, it was pretty cool. I was glad that it cleared up enough that we could see it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. But I watched the sky get really dark.
Mm-hmm. That was
And
cool.
it was very cool, actually.
It's a bit eerie.
It was very eerie, but I loved it.
Yeah.
And I figured it would, like, signal the beginning of the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. That's what I wondered.
Sadly, it didn't.
No.
But you know what?
What?
There was a lot of people who thought this was going to signify the rapture.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard. I mean, everybody takes things so literal.
Do you know-
And they got to come up with conspiracies about everything.
Do they?
So, yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Because they're
People
dumb?
like to be dumb. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know I found out that there's no mention in the Bible of the rapture?
Yeah, there is.
No, there isn't. Anyway, we'll get into that
Anyways.
later. You know what but so you enjoyed it, like you enjoyed the eclipse.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I really liked it. It was a neat experience. So I'm glad that, like I said, I'm glad it cleared up enough that we could actually see it.
Yeah. No, I watched the last one that was in this area. And I hope to watch the next one in
Yeah.
this area. Yeah.
2045, I think is the next one.
No, in this area, I think it's $21.99.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. You hope to be around then?
Well, I mean, I don't, accidents happen.
Wow.
So
I
who
don't
knows?
want to be.
Huh?
I don't want to be.
Why?
No way, man.
What do you mean, no way?
No, give me the 90 and then I'm good.
What if it's a shitty 90?
Well, then 89.
Like your arms are falling off.
Oh,
and
well,
stuff.
then 89 for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what I did yesterday morning? I went, I had the greasiest breakfast I have ever had in my life.
Do tell.
I don't know if I can say where it was
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
It's a place down the street
Okay.
towards, like, that way.
Okay,
towards
I know
downtown.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Wee tiny little place. Mm-hmm. It's called... I'll bleep that out. Then.
Yeah. Okay, then I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you later where it is, but my God, I won't be graphic, I promise. But I only just made it home, and then I shat 3 more times throughout the day. It was awful. Awful.
Wow. What'd you have?
Well, I took a standard thing. It was like scrambled eggs, sausage, home fries, and toast, and water and coffee. And it was $18.
Holy shit.
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, God, man. It was like an edible enema.
I guess so.
Yeah, don't.
Was it as bad as the last time you...
No, we don't need to talk about that. No. God, that was...
That was excellent.
Yeah, but I didn't even get a meal out of that one. Right? What a comedy of errors that was.
Oh, I wish I could go back
I
and
don't.
find that conversation because that was classic. But
Well, I'm sure
anyways.
it's in there, but you're going back a long way.
Yes.
So, we got some absurd stuff again, as always. Yeah? Do you got something for us?
Yeah, I can start it off, I suppose.
Yeah, lay it on me.
This one is called The Old Hag.
Ooh, I like it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a story based out of Newfoundland
Okay.
because of course.
And Labrador?
Well, Newfoundland.
Okay.
Just Newfoundland.
All right.
Actually, do you know the University in St. John's, MUN, as they call it,
Memorial.
yeah. They have Newfoundland Folklore and Language Archive.
Oh, I shouldn't be surprised. That's cool.
So they got a whole collection of people's accounts of their experiences with this hag as part of it.
Oh, okay.
But they have a whole bunch of different folklore stories just in Newfoundland alone.
Huh.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look through it and
Yeah.
see what's actually in
And
there.
we'll link that then, too.
Yeah,
For the peoples.
for the peeps.
All right, lay it on us. Give us the old hag.
All right, so
What's her bag?
the locals will warn you never to sleep on your back in Newfoundland.
Oh.
Or you risk a visit from the old hag.
Ooh.
She comes in at nighttime, just as you're falling asleep. She is an apparition that crawls up from the foot of your bed
I don't like that.
and sits on your chest
Mm.
so heavily you can't breathe or move.
She's like, oh, God. What do you call it? Like a succubus.
There you go.
Is that what she is?
No, it doesn't say that.
Okay.
But yes,
Well-
it's similar to that, yes.
Okay, carry on.
Sometimes she may try to seduce you. I'm not really
Succubus.
sure what that means, but okay. Other times, to kill you.
Oh, I don't like that.
Right. These terrifying experiences are so common in Newfoundland that they've become the subject of a TV series called Hag.
Really?
Yeah. I want to look that up, because
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
heard of such a thing. I looked up briefly today and I didn't see anything, so I need to investigate that one. But they also do a lot of research between the relationship of this hag story and obviously sleep paralysis.
Of course.
Yes. But so many people have had this same experience. So that's why, like, it's a common folklore. She is described as a witch-like, wrinkled and withered old woman with long hair.
Ooh.
She can appear in the doorway, or be next to the bed, or even crawl up on top of people and sit on them and pin them down. I mean, it kind of sounds fun, but not if you're,
Well, how
a
old is she?
hag.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. One victim of the hag even accused another person in the community of hagging him, summoning the hag to haunt a third party out of jealousy.
Really? You can do that?
Apparently. That must be fun.
That is pretty
I
awesome.
just do it just for
actually.
fun.
Yeah. Like, I know some people I do it to.
Yeah.
One in particular.
But, I mean, again, they are saying that the smart people that it could be sleep paralysis, right?
Right.
Have you ever had that?
I don't think so. Like, I mean, I've had the experience, which I assume most of us have had, like, where you're in a dream and you're trying to run away and you can't.
Right.
Now, whether that is strictly a manifestation of the dream or it's also a bit of sleep paralysis sort of cutting through, I don't know. Because we all have sleep paralysis. Like,
Well, in your REM sleep, right?
you can't move.
You do, yeah.
And it's so
That's it.
when you're dreaming, you don't knock the shit out of yourself.
Right.
But then some people actually wake up and can't move
Yes.
because that part of the sleep paralysis hasn't actually cut off. It's not going to hurt you, and it will. It's not like you're locked in there for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. But it's got to be kind of disquieting.
Yeah,
Have
I've
you
had
had
it happen.
it?
I certainly have.
You have,
If
eh?
you've had it, you know.
Yeah.
It was, oh gosh, it would have been about 2005, I'd say. And same thing, I was like just falling asleep. I wasn't like no alcohol or anything like that night.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to bed as normal on my back, and I don't sleep on my back typically. I'm not
Okay.
a back sleeper.
What caused this? What caused you to sleep on your back?
I don't know.
All right.
I woke up and I was on my back.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So at some point, you're in that REM sleep stage,
Mm-hmm.
and I woke up and I could not move.
But you were definitely awake.
I was definitely awake.
Right.
And I could not move, and it did. It felt like something was sitting on top of me because it felt so heavy on my chest. And then I remember laying there, like, just trying to breathe through. I couldn't move my eyes. I couldn't move anything. Like, I was just completely frozen.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It was terrifying. And when I finally started to come to, I was able to move a little bit, and my body was moving, and
Right.
and then I got up, and now I'm scared.
Yeah.
So I slept with all the lights on. I lived alone at this point, too,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that made it even worse. But, yeah, it's not fun.
Oh, that is interesting. So, yeah, you basically just described the experience of the old hag,
Yes.
minus the old hag.
Minus the old hag.
But
I
the-
did not see an old hag.
But the weight on your chest, I presume that's... I mean, obviously you're not completely paralyzed, otherwise you wouldn't be able to breathe, right?
Sure.
But you could obviously... But there was some restriction in your breathing.
Right.
You're sure you didn't see a woman sitting on top of you?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, that's okay. That's interesting. Did it ever happen again?
Nope.
Huh.
No, just that one time.
Interesting.
Just that
Were you
one
in
time.
Newfoundland at the time?
No, I was in North York, Ontario.
Well, that's not really close.
No.
Did you practice any of your
There's
Newfoundland-based
no hag
rituals?
upstairs. No. What would be a Newfoundland ritual?
Well, I don't know. I'm not from
Doing
Newfoundland.
the jig while I sleep?
Maybe. Kissing the cud?
Maybe.
I don't know. Sounds like a metaphor. So you said there was an old hag who lived upstairs?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really old lady that lived upstairs.
Was
So
she
maybe it was
horrible?
her.
Well,
No, she never really talked. She was that old. I could hear her, like, scuffing about upstairs.
Scuffing.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound very haggish.
Well,
Like, did she ever like, threaten to sit on your chest or anything?
no, she did
Never
not.
asked you if she could?
No, she never talked to me.
Oh,
I
okay.
just talked to her husband. He seemed of mind, so.
Gotcha.
But,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So, any statement as to like how, like where was, is this in St. John's or is this pretty much anywhere in Newfoundland?
Just Newfoundland in general.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if I was in, I was going to say Glace Bay, but that's Nova Scotia. What are some places in Newfoundland? Deer Lake,
Deer Lake, sure. There's Deer Lake, Gander, St. John's.
Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Yeah, come by chance.
No, nothing. I know Happy Valley Goose Bay is in Labrador, but it is one of my favorite place
Isn't it
names
great?
on the planet.
It's awesome.
When I first discovered that many years ago, I'm like, oh my god, I want to live there.
Yeah.
It's the
a
greatest
cool
sounding
name.
place ever.
Newfoundland's got some cool names to their towns for
Sure
sure.
enough does.
Yep.
So any idea how far back this goes?
It does say it started in 1890s. Yeah. It appeared in, what does it say here? It appeared in a Newfoundland journal called The American Folklore.
Oh.
So, yeah, and then just over the years, this is where MUN kind of comes into place, and they start collecting people's accounts of this.
Yeah.
So, and a guy wrote a book about it, too.
Well, and I did
But,
just
anyway, it's a
have
neat
a
story.
look about, you mentioned that there's a TV series.
Yeah, and it's just called The Hag, or
Well,
Hag, or something. What
So I've got one here, A Newfoundland Nightmare, The Hag.
Yeah.
Sleep paralysis is prevalent in Newfoundland and Labrador, with the most common vision being the hag. Not a lot of information, of course, because it's Canadian and IMDb et al. Doesn't like doing... Oh, it's pretty recent, though. October 3rd,
series?
2023.
Oh, there you go. I just see another part here. There's it said there are reports that people thought they could summon the hag by reciting the Lord's Prayer backwards and kill her by sleeping on their backs with knives or boards with upright nails against their chests. Designed to stab her when she sits on them. But what if you roll over?
Yeah. And you've got a partner.
Oh,
I'm a little
God.
bit chilly. Let me snuggle up. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, dead.
Again?
Again.
How am I going to explain this one?
There's also a guy, I just heard about a guy on Dale Jarvis, I think is his name. He's on TikTok, and he has a whole bunch of folklore stuff based in Newfoundland. Like a bunch of different videos and stuff. Oh, there you go.
He's
That guy.
in this.
Oh, yeah?
The hag
Oh,
thing.
well, hey, look at that
As soon as you
connection.
said the name, I'm like, I just saw that.
Yeah.
So, dude, but none of these people have pictures on IMDb. They must.
No.
Maybe they suck.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe. But yeah. So I thought that was a...
Yeah, that's cool. I like folklore stuff.
Yep, I do too. That's kind of neat.
I'll have to explore that memorial website at this archives.
Absolutely.
You know?
For sure.
Very cool. Very cool. We'll go take a 5-second break. Do you have another one? You can do it right away. You want me to do one?
You can do one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you not ready? I can do another one.
No, I'm ready. Don't mess with me. Yeah, so, Melina, I don't know if this is too personal a question, but do you like potatoes?
Yeah, I like potatoes.
I mean, yeah, you had to think about that?
A little bit.
Why?
They're okay. It's not something that I crave. Let's put it that way.
And yet, you love poutine.
Yes, I do.
You will notice that fries are made of potatoes.
But when I think potatoes, I think just potatoes on a plate. I do enjoy a good mashed potato, though.
Baked potato?
I'm impartial.
Clam chowder?
Ew, no.
Oh, God, I love clam
What
chowder.
does clam chowder have to do with potatoes?
Because it's potatoes and clam chowder.
Oh.
It's a potato-based soup.
No. Gross.
Oh, God. Well, the reason I asked
Anyways.
is because a story here. 4 members of the same family suddenly collapsed and died after entering a basement that contained old potatoes.
Okay. How does that happen? Do tell.
I will tell you. So, obviously, the prospect of being poisoned by potatoes doesn't seem very likely to most of us, right?
Right.
But this is in the Russian Republic of Tatarstan, which is kind of ironic. Tatarstan, like tater.
Tatarstan. See that?
But
That's
I'm
good.
not making fun, obviously, of the demise of this family, because
Of
it is
course.
pretty sad. So this happened back in 2014. A then 8-year-old girl was orphaned after she lost her father, mother, brother, and grandmother, who were killed by a deadly gas caused by these old potatoes. The girl's father, who was a respected law professor, was the first person to enter their cellar where they stored potatoes for the winter. However, he hadn't realized that potatoes had become seriously rotten, and he was in a lot of trouble, man. Police said at the time the 42-year-old had fainted from the noxious fumes and had died soon afterwards. After not reappearing from a supposed quick visit to the cellar, the family became concerned, and his wife, Anastasia, which is a great name, entered the cellar and was also overcome by the poisonous gas. She tragically died, and she was 38. The couple's 18-year-old son then went into the cellar in search for his parents, only to suffer the same fate as his mom and dad after he inhaled the highly toxic fumes. And then Anastasia, who remembers the mother, her mother, who was 68 at the time, first called a neighbor as she suspected something was up. However, before help could arrive, she also went into the cellar to see if she could find the rest of her family. And she suffocated from the gas and collapsed and died like the others before assistance arrived. It's believed that the grandmother left the door open to the cellar, which allowed the fumes to disperse. The 8-year-old Maria was the only family member not to enter the cellar, ultimately surviving. They all died of gas poisoning, which has accumulated in the basement as a result of badly rotting potatoes. The girl found the bodies of all the deceased. So while this type of poisoning is rare, a professor at Michigan State University stressed how important it is to properly store potatoes at all times of the year, no matter how many you have. Keep them in a cool, dark place and avoid exposure to light during transport, he said. If you find or buy green potatoes, throw them out. Also avoid eating potatoes that are past their prime, have eyes growing on them, or show any signs of decay. I'm going to put right there, I have absolutely cut the eyes off potatoes.
100%.
Like brutes.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
As long as, I always found if they weren't green or they weren't too soft.
It's too soft, yeah.
Then, and when you cut it open, you can see, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
It said, make sure to always check potatoes for signs of mold or decay before eating them. And if they have gone bad, ventilate and clean the area in which they were stored.
Huh.
So I knew, like with green potatoes, I'm sure some chemistry type person will contact me to correct me on this, but I believe that green potatoes, if you eat them, it is cyanide. And it can obviously be deadly, or at least make you very, very sick.
Right.
But I really didn't know.
Pretty sure I've ate green potatoes before, though.
Well, like just breathing in the fumes from a room where potatoes are rotting. Who knows?
How rotted were they? This is the question.
Well, it also could have been like maybe they had a lot of potatoes.
Maybe.
Like if they're, if they're the staple,
Right.
For carbs, they might have had a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And if it's in a cellar,
and yeah, that's the other question. How many would it take to kill you? Right?
I don't know. I mean, obviously it depends on the extent of the noxious gas created by the potatoes. I don't know. Like I said, I've never heard of that, but apparently it's a thing.
Interesting.
I know.
I didn't know that.
But you know, it actually makes me rather hungry.
Does it?
I kind of want fries now. So I'm not gonna lie. I
Tatty
love fries.
fritters?
No, I can't do those anymore, dude.
Oh, tatty fritters.
Oh,
so
tatty
good.
fritters. For those of you who have no idea what we're talking about,
No.
it's a potato dish. You take sliced potatoes and you make a batter, a batter, for Christ's sakes. And instead of using water, you use club soda so that it builds bubbles into the batter. And then you put in cheese and green onions and peppers, and you dip them in sour cream. It's a Scottish thing, I believe. They are good.
Makes sense.
They are really good.
They're very good.
But the order at the restaurant, a bar where she's talking about referencing, the order is huge.
Yes, it is.
I couldn't eat the whole order if there was a gun pressed to my head.
Yep.
You know? And my God, would that be a lot of carbs, dude. You know?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
But
they're really good, though.
They are really good. You're not
very, very good.
You're not wrong.
What's your favorite kind of potato? Like, to prepare?
It's not like Yukons.
No. If you could choose, what would be your favorite
I can
style?
choose.
You can. Oh,
God, it's a good question. I mean, I like a good mashed potato. They pretty much need gravy.
Or lots and lots of butter.
Yeah. I like a good baked potato with lots of butter, salt, and pepper. Some sour cream wouldn't go amiss. Some green onion, maybe. Woof, woof, woof. French fries, of course, obviously.
Right.
And I know I'm going to take all kinds of grief for this. I love the packaged instant scallop potatoes. Ugh. God, I love those things. Way better than homemade scallop potatoes.
No way,
My mother would she'd cut my head off. Well,
no way.
She has. Well, she didn't cut my head off. But I've told her that, and she's like, you're out of your mind.
There's no way.
What do you mean?
I make fantastic scallop potatoes.
No, whatever.
Anyways.
I also really like this hash brown casserole.
Oh, yes.
That is a little frozen diced hash browns with sour cream, cheese, green onions, I think
bacon?
Bacon, and cornflakes. You make like a crust on top of the cornflakes so it's crispy. Dude.
Do you crack an egg over top?
I have not.
Like a cooked one, of course.
No. Why would you crack a cooked egg?
You know what I mean.
No. All right, so you got something else for us?
Yeah, all right.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
What do you got for us this time?
I have a story out of Chechnya.
Ooh, I like it.
Do you? You ever been?
Chechnya? No. No, I have no interest in going to Chechnya.
Not on your next vacation list?
No offense to all our Chechen lizards in Grozny. But, yeah. Send me pictures, but I'm not going.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, they have war a lot.
They absolutely do.
Yeah. All right, but what do you got from Chechnya?
They have banned music that is too fast or too slow.
Wow.
The Russian Republic is said to have ruled that all music should correspond to a tempo of 80 to 116 beats per minute, meaning that all Western rave and techno music would be banned.
What's the reasoning?
You know, it doesn't really say, but the closest thing that I got to any sort of explanation is that it's an Islamic country, conservative Islamic society.
Hard to find another kind.
And they think that borrowing musical culture from other peoples is inadmissible to their culture.
Right. Well, so much for tolerance, I guess.
Now, it's only public. You can listen to what you want in your house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just in public.
Okay.
It says the new standard of music is relatively slow compared to a lot of modern-day pop music and would rule out a number of Western genres from being played publicly in the conservative Islamic society.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, but the best part is you have till June the 1st to rewrite music that doesn't meet the criteria. And if their music isn't reworked, they won't be allowed to perform it in public.
So 80 to 116 BPM. That's still, doesn't that still seem...
It's slow.
Slow?
Yeah. It's like, not super slow, but it's...
Well, 80 is like 1.3 beats per second.
Right.
Wasn't that kind of fast?
I don't know. We'd have to, listen to it.
Well, granted, and I do like some EDM. Like European EDM. I don't like American hip-hop based EDM. And it can be very fast in tempo. But, it said 116 at the top, and let's call it 120.
Okay.
That's 2 beats per second. Or something like that. I don't know. It seems fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's a regular EDM BPM? God, listen to all the acronyms. It's freaking me out, dude. Are you looking?
I'm looking.
Me too.
I'm looking up... okay, so here's 116 beats per minute.
Okay.
Let's see. That's 116 beats per minute. Hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. I'm right here. Yeah, you're not selling it. Okay, that's cool.
So that's
not that fast. No, okay, I get it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a favor?
What?
Don't ever make that sound again.
What?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
All right.
Well, that's interesting. Look, I know in some other even more conservative Muslim countries, like Afghanistan, perhaps even Iran, any musical instruments are illegal.
Right.
Which I'm not going to get into it because for what should be obvious reasons, but you got to wonder, what's the problem?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Let's remove all joy. That's what we need to do.
Basically, is really what that's saying, isn't it?
You bet you can't get poutine there. Or tatty fritters.
Probably not.
Right.
They should. Maybe they'll make people happier.
I'd throw myself under a tank.
Would you? Oh, look. Here's 80.
Yeah,
if you want to know what 80 beats per minute is like. So it can't be any slower than that.
It can't be any slower than that?
No. Has to be within that range.
That's dumb.
It is dumb. Just because they can, right?
Okay. After this, I'm calling my my personal assistant and canceling my trip to Chechnya.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's absurd.
It's absurd.
If I may say. So, yeah, Melina.
Yeah, I think that's all we got today.
You got nothing else?
I got nothing else.
You got nothing.
Nothing.
Right, well, let's say goodbye.
All right, bye.
Bye.